Chris came to TurboTax.
I muted. That would explain why audio is not coming through. Alright, okay. Sick. Actually, I should check. What? I did not mean to do this. Hopefully the button presses aren't too loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Just a moment. Is this how the story ends?
Hopefully. They're not too loud at all. But if they are, I'll keep asking, and hopefully it's not a bother. And if it is, I should be able to do things to adjust it. Let's see about the connections.
Egrets, get ready.
Squeaky. Please don't tell me this is H-Bomber. It is H-Bomber. Get over that, really. My dash input. Hello. Nope, I needed to snipe. Okay, we're just being ignorant. How many times are we gonna punch roof? So delayed. Okay. I was not expecting that. Yes, I am back on the solo pair. But really? Okay.
Egrets, get ready.
Is this like sheep or Sev? This sounds like a sheep or Sev name.
Insolent morsels, know your place.
But it is a solo player. So it's definitely not Sev. Why did that drop? Why didn't that burst me? Does that not work on Umbrella? Hey, yeah. This is just audio check. Please yell at me if button presses are too loud, yada yada yada. I will try and adjust everything I can before the actual stream gets started. What a fun matchup. I have clicky switches, and I no longer have a great audio cleaner, so I can understand it being an issue. So please let me know if the button presses are too loud. Ruby. I'll go to this person one more game if they want it.
No one can stop us now. Not even you, sister.
Where did my spiral further go? Oh, well, there it is. Right. Frame crap off your heavy. Why is that low? Are you gonna start up backing? Or stop? Of course. I don't care, it's an air button, it's a low. Okay. I can't tell if my brain is working in slow motion or if it's connection. Do we know we don't need to deal with this at all? We don't. They're still blocking high. Right, that doesn't work. I should have. No, it's not gonna work. Pillar? Okay, where's the funny lobby, Rupert? I was about to say you aren't even on SG right now. That's not CC&D Ruby-chan. This is an imposter. Who are you? What's your favorite matchup, Ruby? I don't know why I never noticed you run H-Ring. Did my controller just... Please. I just want to play the game. We gonna work? Am I gonna have to play on my keyboard? Yeah, I'm gonna have to play on my keyboard. Okay. That wasn't actually a burst bait. Is my connection just up here? No, stop. No, I didn't get my dash input. I got low profiled. Yeah, I'll put on the curse me and my need for clicky switches. I didn't want snap there. I didn't want shot there. Oh boy. That's A-Train, not Brass. So my keyboard is right next to my mic. Ruby, you know I block this. I want an up forward jump medium kick. I think I got wake up quake. No, stay in the corner. Die. Can I get my controller to work proper? I think my connector's messing up. Might just have to keep playing keyboard, but I would want to fix this before the stream. Okay, sick. Oh man, playing on keyboard again felt weird. I'm sad. Depression. Not as depressed as Ruby is. What a up for? I was not ready for throw there. And yeah, you can throw there. Ruby should have been ready for it. There's no way for Para to convert off of that. Did my internet just explode? What just happened to my connection? Alright, not good. Yeah, I think my internet decided it didn't want to live. Why am I detonating that? That's... Thank you, tier. Those tiers did not detonate when I thought they would. Well, I might lose the game off this. Probably do. That's what I would say. Ruby's really trying his hardest to drop this. Oh no, I'm also trying my hardest. What is going on? I'm supposed to have fiber. This isn't supposed to be an issue anymore. Okay. Right, that works like that. I was thinking too hard. I wanna try something I remembered existed last night. What a parry. Yeah, that's fair. Nope. Run forward now, baby. Oh, I forgot what the setup was. Oh, okay. They're no longer baiting pillar. I don't take this. Get me out of this corner. Wait. Why didn't I have crosser protection? That's A-Train. I keep trying to chicken block brass. It's ingrained in my soul. Ooh, I did. I completely forgot. I'm... This week's been a mess. I'll respond after the stream. That didn't detonate. Sick. My dash input. I'm sorry, Ruby. Oh, whoops. Wait, when did I use that? I'm crazy. Oh, yeah, no, I'm stupid. Thank you, Tyrone. I wanted to dash under Chab. No. Oh, neither of us knows what's going on. Sick. I love this game. This game's stupid.
One more time.
I will never expect. Oh, I completely flubbed the incoming. Nope. Why? Oh, that sucks. Didn't believe. Nope. Right, you're double. Mm. I'm so sorry, Ruby. Oh, wait. What? Oh, I am intelligent. I deserve to lose this game. Please rob me. Oh man, that was bad. Oh. Yeah, that's fair. I've only done that like 5 times. And again, please yell at me if the key presses are too loud. I will do something to fix it. Won't be great, but it'll be better than ruining y'all's ears. I like my clicky switches, and since I'm no longer on NVIDIA, or GeForce rather, I don't have RTX voice. That didn't win. Man. Right, that's a save jump. And you did so good. Why couldn't you just, like... not body blocking it? I was ready for the tech, too. I'm just so slow. I'm getting rubied. The third overhead. No, I'm a down backer. That sucks. That, like the frame. I'm stupid. Tech gear assist. What? I didn't get pillar? Okay, yeah, connection's exploding. I'm just gonna blame my internet. I don't get much. Good defense. I want an M shot. Worst character, worse than Painwheel. Bold statement. Worse than Painwheel and Fuqua. The joke being that bottom tier in this game is still incredibly playable. Oh, that's gonna hit me. What a confirm. Oh no, I'm dying. Oh, that's excellent. That... I love leapfrog. Up, up, up. Cross up. You get strong. Good night. That's... oh man. Man coming's so bad. It's almost like I haven't really been playing this game. What? That hit same side. I was blocking cross. I'm not dead. Yeah, deserved. Oh, I should have seen that one coming. Oh, I gotta win the first to 5. But we've only got like time enough for one match before we get started. I thought I would be out of range of that. That actually got me. That sucks. No. My pillar? That's awkward. That caught my... oh, forward. I wasn't down backing. Sad. That's cute. That messes me up defensively. Yeah. Ruby, what are you? I didn't see them jump. My brain is not comprehending information anymore. This sucks. I have no time. Why did not heavy counter hit? Yep, this doesn't go over band. Oh, I still just super jumped. I should stop that. I'll give you the first to 5. And then we'll start the live stream right after this. You are so greedy. I didn't get my pillar. Oh no. Sad. That caught my... I need to stop getting Wake Up Quake. I don't even know why I'm doing Wake Up Medium Kick. It's not even that good. What does a beat besides throw? Oh, okay. One last chance. What did you just do, Ruby? That's not it. I need to remember the setup. Nope. Why did I push block that? Full screen. My 2LP didn't come out. Dang. Sad. I threw. I was plus. I pressed fast button on my meaty frame. Or not meaty, but fast frame. Okay, we're getting started. GG's, Ruby. Okay. Oh, right, I need to do this again. I mean, you got to play a decent amount, and like, whatchamacallit. Yeah, you tried to 2 HP my jump heavy punch, and like, it's possible, but Pharma's talking about doing it in grounded neutral because it goes over a lot of my under a lot of my buttons, including shots. Yeah, I mean, you use it. use 2 heavy punch like you see Umbi players use 2 medium punch in that matchup. Like, just press it at a specific range and there's not much Parasol can do. But that being said, we are going to lab stream. Where are the lab questions? Ba, 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 ba. All the way up here. So I'm reading some of these questions, and I know we already eliminate a lot of the questions that aren't like great lab stream questions, but I don't know, some of these are just like discussion questions. But that being said, Valentine reset. Let's see if I can remember even how to route on this character. It's been a while. Did my controller really just... I think my connector's starting to act. That sucks. What is going on? Why is this just not working nicely anymore? Controller, please. Okay.
Turn down a fan.
What's your launcher? 2 HP? Okay. What is it? How do you do this? I did not want to TK that. That's not double jump, it's air dash, isn't it? So, this is a really basic Valentine reset. It's not the most stable thing, but you can go cross up, you can go low, you can go throw. You can get a same side overhead if you're really sweaty. And I mean, you can... yeah, so off your normal starter. I'm probably not doing the inputs at the right timing, but you can do that. I'm pretty sure there's better ways to set this up. I don't actually know the best ways, but her resets look a lot like that. You can carry a lot of momentum, and because her air dash is so floaty, you can catch a lot of people with cross up with this. And if they're ready for that, you still have low, low, throw, with infinite time to confirm off your throw. Obviously, that was too slow, but she really likes just... Oh, okay. I can't get crouch heavy punch after throw. Maybe I shouldn't be the one doing the live stream. But, oh, yeah. Brain. This is a lot of inputs for me, though. There we go. Let's all I'm trying to do. I said that's all I'm trying to do, like it's not one of the most sweaty things for Valentine's to do. That's an overhead. Low. You need to move up a little bit to get the throw, but there's so many layers that it's like they're not reacting to that extra little shimmy. But yeah, that's sort of how Valentine resets work. I think just about any time you end a combo... I'm trying to remember how Valentine actually restands, because I know this one exists. Wait. You don't have to double tap forward for this? This is so easy. Why do Valentines complain about doing this? Whatever. That's besides the point. Yeah, and like other air dashers off a reset, or off of a restand, it's a bit of a mess of inputs. You can always just go high-low. Off of a restand. And yeah, for Val it's a little harder because you don't have air dash for instant overheads. You have to do this garbage. But it still exists. And low throw is definitely a threat. Because you get all the confirms you want off your throat. Because it is simply just a crumple. Yeah. So the next question's like default option when dealing with mix and pressure you're not familiar with. I highly recommend trying to push block within the first 3 hits. The first or second hit tends to be a bit more preemptive. That's how I personally end up playing. It leaves you liable to getting push block baited a decent bit more. Or if someone does like air dash air throw and you react to a button quote unquote getting pressed, you'll get backdash. They'll line cancel the air throw. They'll catch you backdashing. There are weaknesses, but if you think they're gonna press a button and you get really good at knowing when someone's gonna try and do something and you can push block the first or second hit, it keeps you really safe. If you want to avoid getting push block baited, try and wait till the second, third, or fourth hit, preferably the second or third hit. TLDR, the earlier you push block in a block string, the more likely it is to just get someone off of you. 2, if they overcommit in their block string, it just gives you PBDC windows, push block guard cancel windows. And then I'd recommend just getting in the habit of absolute guard, all guard at all times, every time you push block, because I mean, it's not like you're doing anything else after it. So yeah, I mean, that's very good default defensive options. Meme question. Mid-screen counter hit for Bella. Ruby, do you have any? I know we've talked about this before, at least once. The weird thing about Bella, it kind of ends up going to be dependent on assists. Bella doesn't end up going for many heavy counter hit mid-screen routes because she doesn't have a ton of great air strings that don't need OTG. And so it's like with only one OTG, she's kind of limited in exactly what she can do mid-screen. Obviously run stop can help a little bit. There's like a couple of things, but I don't know any off the top of my head, unfortunately. Nor do I know optimal or relatively optimal Bella routing, so I couldn't fully tell you. But so, like, just to... Do I feel comfortable enough? My Bella is not the greatest. Force counter hit. Okay, so that's how you run stop, right? Yeah, okay. So Wait. How do you... Is there something else for instant run stop? Or is the link really just... That's not instant. I'm just doing this wrong. Basically, so it's like... Bella... Once she does that, which is usually one of your default starters, you just... you don't have that many airstrings to keep it going. Do I remember? Nope, that's not the button. Am I crazy? Is it? No, it's definitely medium kick. Yeah, so it's... And so, like, that's the very standard BNB. Obviously, there are other things. And so it's like, you can do a little bit for people who are good at run stop links. Like that. Okay, I do have them set to block. So it's like, you might be able to kind of cobble something together. That's not what I wanted. You can't combo off that. Didn't get that restand. But yeah, so it's, you've just got to play around the fact that you've only got one OTG, and Bella does not like that. And so I think Bella gets routed similar to Band, where honestly people end up kind of taking medium counter hits instead. It just kind of simplifies routing. Actually, what plus does this even leave you? Plus 12. That's 12 frames, so that won't link. That's 14, 11, 11. Yeah, so I mean, it's like... Bop. But you had already used this anyway. Yeah, it's just hard. It's hard for Bella to do it. And I unfortunately don't know much more than that. I would definitely ping players like Shaky, like Ruby. Ruby doesn't play or route Bella all that much. They'll probably still know. But so like Shaky Fingers, Mao or Eric, if you can get a hold of them, they probably have something cooked up. Cart, but they're also like retired. So it's unfortunately not the easiest thing to do. How do you play neutral against Big Band as Val and Robo? So for Robo, it's actually one of the matchups where you can get away with a lot of H-beam. But it's a lot more of the same. And then for Valentine,
Time to operate.
you just really need to respect certain duels. So it's like, you don't want to be here, because if you're in this space, which is where you usually like to be, and you're here all the time, you're getting A-trained. And so you need to keep that in mind. And so it's like the Robo v Band matchup, you're more oftentimes wanting to be here, just standing height H-beam. Not even really like, probably TK? Honestly, they don't even do TK H-beam damage, I don't think. It's just here. So it's kind of like they need to get above you, but it's really hard for them to get above you here. So you could probably do like... My TK beams are not great. Oh man. Right, you need to TK the second one. It's still a jump cancel. But so it's a lot of sitting in this space, giving yourself as much time as possible for your beam to just eat everything you want it to do. Assist can help, all that sort of shebang. That whole deal. And then for Valentine, similar deal. Hovering too much in this space, committing to really predictable crosses, you're asking to get... M-head, definitely worth it. If you can buy the time to get ahead, Band has to respect it. It'll break armor if they try and go through it. If they go over it, you no longer have to worry about armored moving advanced options, and you can just beam them in the air. Yeah, and like if they're on the ground, they have to walk up and dash block it or parry it, and it's like it limits their options a lot. And so you're true for all of that. Probably should have talked more than just the zoning pattern. This button is the bane of Big Band's existence. If you have an assist behind you, you can kind of just throw this out and then keep it safe. It'll beat a lot of their armored moves. It's incredibly active, so you can kind of just let it sit there for a while. It's done. You have an instant overhead. He's not set to crushing, but this will hit him. This works too for more damage, but you're probably just gonna want to do that. And it's just like you want to be controlling the pace of the game. And so do everything you can that lets you do that. Yeah, you're probably still going to want to do more of air H-beam than ground H-beam. Ground H-beam is just such a massive commitment. I used to be able to TK beam. Yeah, and then so for Valentine. This button, multi-hit, can beat armor. Granted, you will get stuffed doing it sometimes. This is just like pretty good pressure for dealing with them. Valentine is a lot more about just not being super predictable. You have good ground buttons to play footsies. Stun Heavy Punch especially kind of gets to do silly things. You can force them to get scared and then just run at them, do basic like dash up throw. Anytime you see them in the air, you just press this button and just cash out to the bank. It's like if they're trying to jump over your zoning. I don't know the matchup all that well, but playing versus Band in general is just risk management. You don't want to be too predictable. You kind of want to force the bands to hang themselves on their own tools. But yeah. And it's not like a great thing to show. Options as I mean, like, default answer for playing defense on Robo is you just, one, have to have good defense, and you gotta be patient. So it's like, it's very much a game of you have enough defensive tools to mix it up and keep yourself safe and keep the opponent like always needing to respect something on offense. And I'll just show you the up forward. You turn into a ball. If you know it's not going to be a meaty low, you can do this a lot, and this will ruin people's day, especially if you like press jump medium punch afterwards. That whole shebang. Saw is a thing. If you have... Oh, it's kicks. Whoops. I forgot. If you have a head, you can just do a raw mine. You don't need to do it after saw. But... it's like... you have some strong tools, but overall, your best defense is going to be decent blocks and good push blocks. With good push blocks, you can buy enough time for your opponent to be like this distance, and then all of a sudden, we're out of the corner. We've fought our way out. And the second they overbite on trying to get you out of the corner, or like hold you into the corner over, you dash under. You have the fastest ground dash in the game. You're gone. And so it's like, robo-zoning in general is a lot more about getting yourself in a position to comfortably zone. Because while her beams are annoying, they're pretty high commitment, and so you focus much more on positioning yourself first. And then once you've gotten yourself in the position they can't contest, you get the zoning out, they adjust a little bit, you reposition because you're just going to be faster than them. That's how your character works. And so, robo defense, it's like you don't have a DP, you don't have any great things to mash, although if they're in the air, Magnet's never a bad option. Yeah, that's kind of the hard truth of playing robo on defense. It's like sometimes you gotta hold that. For the Painwheel matchup, you should absolutely use beams. I need to ask Softy specifically, Softy and Rat Baby, but I know they'd probably say Robo, it at least used to be one of her worst matchups. Or like, used to be her worst matchup before some DLC characters released, but it's still one of Painwheel's worst matchups. But general rule of thumb, you kind of just want to be above the Painwheel at all times. Remember that jump medium punch is a multi-hit, and it will break a lot of them trying to armor through anything. Okay. Pretty broad question, again, kind of hard to show in training lobby, but any neutral, question mark. Okay, so, you know this button, good reactive anti-air, or, yeah, I mean, just, good overall mash tool. Recognize that this is a dumb button. If you are committed to the anti-air and you know exactly what they're gonna do, start using this. Look at that. Oh, too slow. It's a big button. It's a great anti-air. It hits like a truck. 2 LP is not your only anti-air. Keep that in mind. But that's kind of just a bit of an extra thing. Don't get super obsessed with this. Any neutral. Pretty basic kit. Can do a decent amount. Decent footsies button, decent footsies button, decent footsies button. Like, your mediums are pretty good. Besides this. This is more of a combo tool. This can low profile some things. Not a bad light kick. 2LP, you know the deal. Your jab and... This is more something you'll use as like multi-hits to try and call out armor. Other than that, it's a combo and reset tool. Not really for neutral. This character can play pretty grounded. You see a lot of Annie's focus on staying in the air, but catch people with this every now and then. It's pretty funny. It'll just win you games. But yeah, so it's basic anti-neutral game plan. Get a crescent out, get close. When you're like here, I don't want that. You can start getting smaller crescents out, force them to respect it. Oh my god, so many accidental DPs. And you've got all those sorts of block strings. But the thing you'll see a lot of Annies do, hover in this space. Like, not necessarily with jump medium kick, but just hover in the space. It's strong because you have walls. You can just sit here and not do anything. You can react and air dash in. The pitfall a lot of Annies fall into is their neutral will be get here, up back, air dash, in. And if you're playing versus someone who can anti-air, you're gonna die. You're gonna die if this ends up being your default game plan. This or that. You cannot over rely on just that neutral. Like an up back, delay, air dash forward, jump medium punch. It's a good button. If you're predictable, which a lot of Annies end up being, you'll get caught up. So it's a good tool. Don't overuse it. Stay on the ground a bit more. Use this. Use that. Try and get some of this stuff out. Run behind it. The normal stuff you see Annies do. And then the other thing, this button is stupid. If you want a rising air to air someone, mash this. If you want to meet someone in the air, mash this. This is one of the grossest buttons in the game, and it feels like Annies kind of forget about it at times. It's nuts. You'll see Rat Baby play this character, and they literally just run around doing this because it's just so hard to contest. So if you're thinking about any neutral, do that. But yeah, I mean, overall it's a pretty simple game plan. You're being reactive to a lot of what your opponent's doing. The second you have 2-bar... Oh wait, that's the install input. Whoops. The second you've got 2-bar, you're squiggly. Red light, green light. Don't allow that. Even if you have 1-bar. Oh, is it really kicks? I thought on the sponges. That has so much hit stop. At like this range, they can't react to it. If you catch them overcommitting to something. And especially if you have a DHC out, do it. Even without the DHC, look how much damage that does counter hit. Sometimes it's kind of just good to throw it out there. Make them respect it, if you've got the meter to spend. Yeah, whatchamacallit. It's like, obviously there's going to be a lot of nuance to neutral, and it really depends on who you're playing, opponent and character both. Ends up being how you want to pilot the character, but those are some of her strongest skills. Oh yeah, this is stupid. I forgot to mention this. Her throw's dumb. Just outright, look at how far you get gripped. This is a joke at this point. It's unironically, abuse it. No one expects this. Why is this hitting from this range? Her throw is good. Use it. Her throw's not bad either. Actually, and it gives you a good firm off her air throw. Air throw isn't actually quite as large as I thought it would be. But yeah, point stance. This is big enough to be a neutral tool. Funnily enough. But yeah. How do I improve neutral? Is there a certain mindset or goal I want to have when playing the game? Again, okay, yeah. So, not necessarily something you can show on lab. But the way I approach it is I try and keep a running list of things I know I'm doing poorly, whether that's from VOD review or whether that's just from I messed this up in the last set, or the last couple of sets, the past couple of brackets. Have a running list of things I know I want to be better. And then, more often than not, they come down to retraining habits, which for me, I'll go into a set with like 1 or 2 themes from that running list and be, okay, I'm working on these. I want to, so like in my case, a while ago, it was, I need to stop just backdashing. I need to hold my ground and or move forward. And then another example would be, I need to do push block baits. I need to delay my buttons a little bit. I need to stop just doing dash up to light kick to medium kick. And so it's like, I just take those 2 things and I'd go, okay, I am gonna really try and focus and keep this in my head throughout this entire set. And you can also do this versus bots, by the way. Bots is a happy medium in between training lobby and that, where you can be like really focusing on something. Because when you're focusing on extra things you're not usually paying attention to, the rest of your gameplay is going to suffer. And you just kind of have to accept that. It's a part of the learning process. And so it can be infuriating to really work on heavily ingrained habits. And so it's kind of just go in with a small set. I'd say no more than 3 goals. And these are not something you're going to fix in a single set. These are goals you have that you go into the next couple of sets with, the next week or month of gameplay, and like looking for small improvements, trying to rearrange your habits. And slowly over time, those become your habits and you don't need to think about them. And that then leaves a slot open for you to put the next thing in your running list in. And they can be very tiny things where it's just like, I want to use this button in this route instead of the other option because it's more stable or it leads to mix I like more. And it can be as complex as I want to be JP. If I see my opponent use a double jump at any point in the game, I want my immediate reaction to be, I'm going to anti-air that. Like, choose small. They can be relatively broad, but I'd encourage you to narrow them down as much as possible. But achievable goals that would address a habit you think is bad. And then just rinse, repeat. Rinse, repeat. And then, again, the mindset you need to have is one of understanding that, hey, you're not going to be playing your best while you're working on this. Encourage yourself when you do the thing you're working on properly, and just be like, okay, small success. Don't worry about drops. Don't worry about other things. Much easier said than done. As a player who tilts, who has historically tilted a lot, some days your brain's just not there for it, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna stop focusing on these and just try and play, or, hey, not an SG night. Hop off, figure out what else I want to do. But yeah, that's kind of that stuff. Fake ringlet, I know we've already answered. So pretty easy question to answer. Fortune head-on air throw confirms. Universally. Why didn't it work? Whoops. Universally, I can do this. I didn't get the sneeze. You have to spend a bar. What is the... Wait. Am I crazy? Does it need to be heavy punch? Man, I've forgotten this timing. You have to delay it a little bit. But yeah, it is... that into jump medium punch or jump medium kick, and then you just kind of do headless starting from there. too early. Yeah, it's a finicky timing. The nice thing, if you still have air dash, it depends on the height at this point. You can do that. If you're a little bit lower to the ground, I think, or it might be a little bit higher. You can use, you should be able to use your lights. Am I misremembering this? What in the world? Is this just weird on Dahlia? Am I crazy? You can do an air dash button, usually catch them OTG, and then restand them with gem. Like that. But actually get the gem to connect. This tends to be a lot easier. Do you need to do Gato for this? But yeah. Stuff like that. When you're higher up, none of this is going to connect, and you need the Feral. But if you're... Yeah, so like that's a little too high. Why is that air throw just not hitting? Her air throw is so bad. Like, she doesn't need a good one, but man, her air throw is bad. That's a confirm for really low to the ground. A little bit higher, you do that. If you're too high, that, but you need the Gato to connect. That's the confirm I know. That tends to be the most stable one. Okay, so OTG, basically it is, you can think of it like a combo resource. OTG, off the ground, on the ground, like, basically, the best way I can describe this, what's a good character for this? I'll just do Parasol because that's who I know best. It's a combo resource, and it is you can pick the person off the ground once. So if I do this, boing, they hit the ground and you see that purple bounce. That purple bounce means I can pick them. And so now I no longer have OTG. Anytime the next bounce would happen, it will be a blue bounce, which makes it a ground techable hit. That is the only time you can tech in this game, is off of a blue bounce. And if you'll notice, after the purple bounce, if you don't pick up from OTG in time, they then get a blue bounce that allows them to tech. I also want to... So those are the main things you need to keep track of as a point. I'm going to show this just so there's no visual confusion. Off of an assist hit, OTG still applies, but green bounce is essentially a less generous version of blue bounce. Purple bounce, sorry. It's OTG with a faster time. I mean, questions not in the queue always take priority for just the, like, stream chat questions. Like, that's what I'm answering right now. But, so, it's a combo resource that you spend, quote-unquote, to pick your opponent off the ground once. So, the only reason that combo works is because this jump heavy punch allows to hit them while they're prone on the ground. And it's kind of lost in a lot of the explosion, but there is a purple bounce there. That one shows it a little bit better. And so it's that whole deal where different things end up costing OTG, and you need to keep track of it. So there, I didn't spend OTG. But if I am a little bit later on my confirm, well, if I'm too late, I just drop it. But I get the combo, but now I can no longer do the OTG stuff I used to. Because I've spent that resource converting from the air throw. Yeah, so the thing I'm gonna bring up is there are 2 other things this affects. So Crumple is a state. Actually, Fuko's probably the best character to show this off with. Crumple is a state you can put people into, and if you have OTG, or if you don't have OTG, I wouldn't be able to pick up there. So if I do... Whoops, how did I flub that input? So if I do this route and spend OTG at the start... Wait, you can't combo into BFF normally. What assist do I have? Pillar. Okay. How am I gonna set this up? Oops. Essentially, there's 2 stages to Crumple. There's them like this, where OTG isn't required, and then the second they lie on the ground, there is no... you then need OTG to pick up. So if you don't have it, they'll just sit there prone, hard knockdown on the ground. The one final important thing is sliding knockdowns in this game also require OTG. So... Where's that? Oh, it needs to be in the air. I forget how this works. Oh, man. I used to know how to do this. Not the best character to show this off with, because I don't remember how to do it. Whoops. I'll do band. I can't even see. So, sliding knockdown is the state. I could have just done it with Cat Scratch Fever. It'll be easier to show because I know how to spend OTG with Fortune. Sliding knockdown is another type of hard knockdown in this game, where they're stuck in that animation. Pretty sure this is OTG. How do you... I forget that again right now. I can do it like this. So, sliding knockdown, if you don't have OTG, becomes a blue bounce that they can tech. So that's the other big fight. For Crumple and for sliding knockdown, they need OTG to work properly. But yeah, so that's the importance of OTG. It's kind of just a resource you can spend to either get an actual knockdown in this game, or use to make easier confirms and or better combos. And so it's something to keep track of, and the visual indicators are really important, because it's like if you can know where you used OTG, even if it's on accident, you can then catch yourself and be like, okay, I need to make sure the rest of my route doesn't use this. But yeah. So... Glad I can help. If I'm playing Bella and have Philia Hairball as my assist, should I be using after push block? Oh, you're asking about using Hairball on defense. I would definitely say wait a bit. I would only call Hairball as, like, if you're using it on defense, you're using it predictively, expecting them to do something. I would never default to calling any assist as your defensive option. Even DP assists, like, I'd much rather you use it reactively than preemptively, because this is just how you get Happy Birthday. And so, like, my thought for this, and I mean, this I think would just end up being true for anyone on so yeah, if I just have her do that. I see myself get the space. I'd probably wait until there's the space there. But then if they're gonna do that, oh, whoops. Like, the Hairball's not gonna do anything. If they're just calling you out on your push block and staying in close, like, it's not gonna get anything done. And so now they're too far away for that redash to come in, and so it's like, I just, like, I wouldn't consider using it on defense. I would consider using it once you feel you've reset defense to at least a more neutral position, where it's like, I'm in disadvantage and neutral, but I'm not blocking, I'm not actively in threat of getting hit. Just because it's not going to do much. It has a lot of startup, and it will turn the tide in your favor if they block it, but that's really relying on them blocking it, or, like, their assist could also eat it, yada yada yada. I wouldn't... Yeah, I wouldn't recommend using it as a defensive option, personally. I'd use it to try and, like, go from a disadvantaged neutral situation, not station, sorry, to a, like, I'm gonna control your response and try and fight to get back to neutral. But so it's like, I'd be calling it at this distance. If they're any closer, I feel like calling it when it's not your turn is just asking to get Happy Birthday. Yeah. So, like, farther away from your opponent, essentially. So, okay, next question is about Fortune block strings. So, push block, what do I have it set to? Block always, where are you? Push block the second. I think Bella, I would say, benefits more from Hairball. She doesn't need that much help on defense, and having a lockdown assist like Hairball just lets you do things. I don't know what routing, or yeah, what that would do for routing. But, so, to answer your question very simply straight, it is my understanding... That counts as... Why doesn't they push block here? Huh? Do I need to do Elgato for it to trigger properly? Okay. I'm doing Elgato, but Mgato works here. Essentially, pretty sure it's a better starter. The block string is just worse. It's a lot better for them if they push block it, and it's a lot easier to push block those two slower hits. Because even if they push block the first hit here, that Gato's just whiffing. Like, it's just not something. So fast falling kind of prevents you from getting committed to that and gives you the chance to just dash up and do something else. It's like you react to the push block and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm just going back in. Yeah, so that's why you'll see most of them go for the fast fall. If you want to be... Wow, that's supposed to not work like that. Maybe it's because the bot is push blocking like perfectly. But if you really want a finger twister input, that's a good block string. Super jump, air dash, jump light kick, jump medium punch. Is a good block string. They're both overheads. You can stay a little bit closer. It's really good. Essentially, what you're doing by super jumping is increasing your minimum air dash lockout because you're going even higher before the air dash lockout comes in because you're traveling up faster. And basically what it's doing is letting you play headless because this is her air dash lockout. And it's a really good block string. So that's another option if you want that. But it's a finger twister for head on. You gotta be a lot... You gotta be ready for those inputs. It's one of those things like lowered air dashes with Eliza. You gotta have that down if you're gonna be going for it in games. That muscle memory has got to be there. But yeah, that's basically the reasoning. For Fortune, what are good options for getting somebody out of the air? It's really preemptive, but if you know what your opponent's going to do, I honestly really like this button as an anti-air. Many people will call me a psychopath, and there's a reason you don't see many Fortunes do it. I think it's a funny option that will catch people off guard. Obviously you have this, but this as an actual DP and an anti-air, it can work, but it can also just trade, not in your favor. So it's a double-edged sword. My best answer... Oh, you also have this. It's a bit... situational, that's the word I'm looking for. Not a bad anti-air, but it won't do what most traditional anti-airs do. Still not bad, though. Let me pull up the hitbox for this, if you're unaware. Like, it's not awful, but if they're right on top of you, you're already having a problem. And so it's like... Unironically, this is one of your best anti-airs. For people just running at you. It's a wall. Turned off the hitboxes a little too early. Like... It's better for shutting down air dashes than actual anti-airs, but it'll catch some people. My bigger point is try not to let people in that space as Fortune. You have some of the most mobility in the game. You want to be above them. This is a funny button. It's like you love being above them. or at least even with them. You can use this as an air dare, you can use this as an air dare, you can use this, you can use this. Like, one of Fortune's only weaknesses, and it's a pretty small weakness, is she struggles dealing with people right in that airspace. So it's kind of just try and not let them there. Also, aggressively air dare people with this. If they're being slow on their button presses on the way down, you've got this, you've got this. Again, you've got that. Like, this is too slow for like up forward air dare. But jump light punch is a great one. There's a reason you see doubles do it all the time. So yeah, kind of just don't let people in that space. Best tech team for Bella Band Squiggly. What's the best tech? I'm not entirely sure what you're hoping to get as a response from this. Like, these are mostly neutral habits. They're not tech related, the things you're pointing out. I'd probably suggest playing Squiggly mid, not band. If you gave the team in the order you play it. Solely to keep Squiggly as a safe THC for Bella. And then once the Squiggly is in, she can do SBO, SSJ, and drop games like that. Yeah. That sort of deal. What to do for headless fortune pressure when my head isn't close to the opponent? Is sneeze useful outside of an anti-airing the opponent neutral? Yes. Okay, so I'll talk about the headless points first. So sneeze, funnily enough, I'm not great at doing this. One of the things sneeze is actually really good at is getting the head back on your side. Because now you can just constantly keep hitting the head, refreshing it, keeping it on your side. And so it's like... And then also, if it's on the same side and you think they're going to press something, you can frame trap them with it, and then all of a sudden they're sandwiched. It's like, lol, I'm out. And then you can bring it back and fiber with it. Sneeze is really good for repositioning. And, I mean, like, same thing for this. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't have the positioning down, and the bot's also push blocking me, so it's really weirding me out. Let me not push block anything. Because I think I can at least do a little bit of something with this. And then you just bring it back to. You can do it with zoom, but if you have it same side, and that keeps it cross up, and it's like you get to keep going sandwich. Oh, my spaghetti the inputs. But so it's like with the head, you can do all that sort of stuff. And then it also just gives you a confirm. It puts them in the air with a lot of headstones, so you can dash jump, do that, and get a decent confirm. Oh, I did not get zoom there the way I wanted. Okay, yes. Can I get my zooms, please? I guess I need to delay that more. But yeah. And so pressuring without the head is like, you don't get to be as egregious, but as I said earlier, you're still a good IAD rushdown character. Like, +5 on this. You can go into that. You can get cross up if you delay it slightly. If I can delay it slightly, there we go. Like, you're still doing normal headless stuff, just without your heavy punch. And then the second you get the hit, you can do a whole combo. I'll see if I can still do this. I have not practiced it in a while. This is gonna mess me up. But it's like, you can do normal... You can walk your head for an entire combo. And then all of a sudden, they're sandwiched in the corner. And you can do stuff like that. Pull them out of the corner like that. You have all the pen stuff. That's probably even better. Like... Lol, I'm out of my corner. But yeah, so Sneeze can help you reposition. And it also, because it's invuln, and it'll trade more in your favor than this will, sometimes. So yeah, there's definitely uses for it. And then also because it's on a different cooldown than this, so you can do both of these and double reposition it. That's the other thing. I always forget that Zoom isn't a special. It's counted on a separate thing. So yeah. So Sneeze can come out while you're blocking, but I'm pretty sure you needed to have inputted it before they block. The same way Nom can kind of catch people, where it's like, I input Nom and then I hold back, and they like jab, and I'm blocking it, and the head just comes from downtown and starts biting their ankles. It's goofy. Very goofy. Yeah, okay. We have more questions. Oh yeah, second after this. How do I use Sing well in neutral? I hear people say just red light, green light, but I usually end up wasting the charge. So yeah, it depends on how aggressively you want to spend. So, like, what am I looking for? I just want to save distance, right? There we go. So it's like, if you're at this distance, if you see someone dashing at you like this, but basically get really good at reacting to guaranteed punishes. So if the Eliza's doing stuff, probably I should have just kept it at a... So if you see Eliza, whoops, wrong quarter circle. I played this character. No, stop. On reaction. You see Parasol go for L shot. Stop. On reaction. You see Ban go for Giant Step. Stop. On reaction. So that's... And then beyond that, it's kind of how aggressively you want to fish for things. Like, from talking with Vending at Combo Breaker last year, they and Halibel are very much of the opinion you shouldn't be using it for anything other than reacting. Because of how important Stancil is to this character. You want a charge. And so the risk of wasting it is pretty big. Because, like, just being able to do stuff like that. It's massive. It's hard to understate how often. But then you'll have other players that, like, after supers or whatever, when this screen gets full, they'll fish for it here when they expect their opponent to start holding forward or to, like, try and get a full screen projectile out. But that's a lot more predictive. And it's like, it's just... I would lean towards the conservative side, but I won't say never use it when it's guaranteed. Because there are some cases where you just want to, like, show them, I'm willing to check here. That sort of deal. But, like, having this for offense, chef's kiss. You really want a charge. Squiggly loves having charge. And then it's like, the bright side is most of the time when you burn it, you can keep yourself safe, force them to block it, and get a whole charge afterwards. So you're spending 1 bar to get the charge back, and the screen position a little different. But it doesn't feel good. It definitely doesn't feel good. So I would lean towards the conservative side and really focus on using it reactively. Annie's going for H Crescent is another thing. Stop that. Unreaction. And so you kind of just gotta train yourself to look at your opponent and recognize when they're doing things they shouldn't be. And that's where you say, stop, red light, my hit. And then you play the game from there. Because if you're just throwing out there willy-nilly, you're gonna burn through meter pretty quickly. Unfortunately. So we have that. How to time counter calls. Wrong one. Exit game. Grip. Well, we got the tail end of a lab stream for you, Shion, so hopefully that's good enough. I'm gonna just use brass as the example for this, but this is true for a lot of assists.
Back on the beat.
Basically, keeping it really simple. You want to keep your point safe and just call your assist after you see them call theirs. Where is... let's just do both. Oh, it saved it. Whoops. You see them call it? You call yours. You see them call it? You call yours. You see them call it? You call yours. You see them call it? And it's like, you can do it early, you can do it later, especially for Band, who stays out so long. So ideally, you call it at a timing where your assist doesn't eat the hit and then they eat the follow-up. So this is like the best timing. But you can do things to make it better. Like chicken blocking. Using your assist to cover your point hitting the assist. Yeah. That's kind of the essentials of counter calling. And it will drastically change depending on which assist you're using. So it's like, oh god, it'll keep... whatever. Yeah, it'll change based on which assist you're using. And so it's like if you're using a DP assist, if you're using like any DP or Parasol DP, you'll need to call it at different timings, yada yada yada. It'll change from assist to assist, it'll require experimentation. But the bare basics, right there. Just make sure your assist is available, wait for them to call it first, call yours after. Take that free chunk of damage. Look at how much damage this does. It's nuts. It's nuts. Countercalling is very good in this game. How to use segment isn't, again, something I can really show in lab. It's like you can be a little crazy, but for the most part, actually, that's the wrong team. That's the right team. I'll use it. Oops, what's that? Pop, pop, pop. As like, oh, it didn't come out. An overhead here. Pop, pop, pop. Overhead, and then if they block this, you can backdash. Essentially, I'm just trying to never overextend into stand heavy punch. Or if I do, I'm frame trapping with this. And then if you want to be silly, you can do stuff like that with your assists. But there are ways to get side swap combos that I don't know. Wait, is it? Yeah, I don't remember what they are, but if you really want to figure out how exactly to abuse segment to the most of its abilities, I would talk with Vending and BBP. They have a really good understanding of that. One fun knowledge check is if Stand Heavy Punch hits an assist, they can backdash. So you can do full skeleton block strings on that, get the extra damage, and then bail out. And there's not much the point character can do about it. Yeah, and then it's also kind of just used a lot in corner combos. It's the least meter gaining option, but it's a lot of damage. What? Yeah, use this to confirm. Brings the corpse. Use it for basically mash safe reset unless it's a hit and grab mash. So Fuqua level 3, Bella, or not Bella, Fortune level 3, Umbi DP. It's like, those are options you gotta worry about, but yeah. Be aware of your opponent's options to deal with segment. Be aware of how good their sweep is. So like Band has got a massive sweep. Somehow you just end up getting anti-aired by Robo Sweep because it's a brick. Pay attention to what supers they have. So it's like Annie doesn't have a hit grab, but if she hits you with level 3, you're stunned till the end of the earth, and she just gets to bully the crap out of you and then punish you with a throw at the end of the day as well. You need to be aware of your opponent's options. Misfortune has a grossly large snap that can catch you from a surprising distance. And again, Misfortune also has a level 3 that's a hit grab. That'll catch you. And so it's like, just be aware of what your opponents can actually do. Approaching Peacock zoning that has strong neutral assist as Peacock with no assist to cover projectiles. I'm going to leave that for the next one. I wish I was better at Peacock, especially the Peacock mirror. It is an enigma to me. But yeah, Big band resets for more intermediate and double offense neutral for big band. Oh, you said I can ignore your question, Scraffy. Okay. Double offense, honestly, the best thing you can do is just watch BBP, watch JP, like watch a lot of the top doubles. They do very different things, but they do iterations of I'm keeping myself safe on block, I'm using assist to layer my mix, and I'm going for a lot of low throw or cross-up plus assist. That's something you'll get so much more from just watching them play than me try and remember how they actually do it. Luger is your friend. Spaced Luger is minus, but no one's punishing you at that distance. H Luger, especially being neutral, is a godsend. It's like, okay, cool. Reset. Bailout sort of deal. Yeah, that will wrap up the stream. Unless there are any burning questions right now. But if that is not the case... Oh, did the... Okay, no, the YouTube stream still worked. It was just bugged. Yeah. Get the video going, shoot y'all over to CC&D, run in the bracket tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
And my spectator.
That's okay.
Oh,
Second
ooh.
camera.
Oh, nice! Ooh!
Oh, we avoided
Let's go.
it. Nice.
Oh, let me see it.
Hey,
Here's the combo?
Hey, hey.
you finished this. They died.
That's somewhat of a combo,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, they're dead.
We're missing a few more parts to it, but
Yeah.
We got combination.
It's like we have some bombas, but like our knowledge of the mechanics of the game are not exactly there just yet.